This is a video on online harassment. Online harassment is threatening to embarrass or humiliate a person online. This can include things like doxing, which is where you take private information about a person and post it online publicly for everyone to see. This can also include things like revenge porn, which you post explicit videos or photos of a person without their permission online. Research shows that 41% of Americans claim to have been harassed online. This includes women who are twice as likely to be harassed online as men are. It also includes minority groups, which tend to be more affected by online harassment than their white counterparts. The problem is that figuring out the person who is perpetrating these crimes, can often be very difficult. And also just the sheer mass of people who do and say bad things on the internet makes it really difficult to prosecute people for these crimes. I mean, for example, to prosecute someone for a crime like online harassment, you need to get a warrant for a court so that you can get the IP address from the service provider. Then you have to figure out where this laptop or mobile device is located based on the IP address, and then you have to send cops to that part of the country or part of the world to arrest this person. You could be in Pennsylvania and being harassed by someone online who's in California. And so it makes it difficult because there's a lot of bureaucracy that's involved, and there's just so many people online that getting a conviction of, someone doing something like this can be very difficult. The other thing is that it's embarrassing to come forward with these allegations. I think out of 41% who've claimed they've been harassed online, only 16% ever um, come to go to the authorities to report these claims. So the claims are very small, but even within that, the small amount of people who do come forward, there's so many of them just because of the sheer amount of people using the internet that it makes it difficult for the authorities to do anything. Now, there is progress being made in this regard. Online harassment is now a federal crime, which is a good thing because now we can get the FBI involved to look at crimes like this. But it's also become a big problem in the fact that online, especially within politics, it's become very divisive in the political world now. So a lot of people are being harassed online because of their political views, because of their sexual orientation. And you get vigilante groups and conspiracy groups that will go after people for their beliefs or what they think is right or wrong. There's a big conspiracy group out there that believes that the Sandy Hook shooting was faked and that it was the government made it all up. And so they have been harassing victims of Sandy Hook and people who've lost children and wives and husbands, of essentially just being liars. And the other good thing is, though, that tech companies have taken measures to curb this, monitoring online chats and making sure that no one's being nasty. Google has also made it a point to take down any post or comment that is brought to their attention by people. Law enforcement has become better at dealing with these situations. For example, there was a woman who worked in the gaming industry, and she was being harassed on Twitter because she was a female in a very male-dominated sector. She brought these allegations forward to the police, and the police were like, well, what's Twitter? Now, this was obviously a couple years ago, but that's scary when you're talking about something and the guy has no idea what you're talking about. Now, law enforcement has become better because they've experienced it more, sadly. This has become more and more of a problem. More people are using the internet than ever. I think it's like 3 billion people use Facebook monthly. That's like 3/8 of the world's population that's on this one platform. So while we are getting better at it, people have continued to use it. And I think this will be a continuous problem in that more people are on the internet, and the internet has become more and more essential to our everyday lives. So this is a works cited. This is where I got my information, and I thank you for watching.